Is Donald Trump finally being haunted by the ghost of Jeffrey Epstein? And is this scandal shaking the loyalty of even his most devoted supporters, including QAnon believers? This week, something unexpected happened, and it's gone mostly under the radar. Trump appeared to reverse course on Epstein in a way that has left even his most loyal followers confused. Is the Epstein story Trump's Achilles heel? And could this be the one issue that makes even his most loyal fans question him? Earlier this week, Trump appeared on the All In podcast, hosted by a group of tech investors. During the interview, one of the hosts asked a question rarely posed so directly to Trump. Why did you hang out with Jeffrey Epstein? And this wasn't from a hostile interviewer. These are people generally supportive of Trump. Yet, the question was asked, and Trump answered. But not in the way anyone expected. He didn't deny knowing Epstein. He didn't shift the focus to Bill Clinton or Prince Andrew. Instead, he downplayed it, saying, "I was never a fan of Epstein. I kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. I was the only one who did that." But then he added something that changed the tone completely. He suggested the Epstein scandal might not be real at all. "There are a lot of people that think a lot of the stuff was phony," Trump said. That the island was really just a resort, that it wasn't what they said. For years, Trump fed into Epstein-related conspiracy theories. He dropped hints. He let people believe he was in the know. And now, he says the whole thing might be fake. The reaction from QAnon circles was immediate. This was a movement that built much of its narrative around Epstein. They believed the island was a center of elite corruption, child abuse, and global power games. To hear Trump, their supposed hero, dismiss it as possibly fake was shocking. On Truth Social, Telegram, and other Q-linked platforms, confusion spread fast. One major influencer wrote, "Why would Trump downplay Epstein unless he has something to hide?" Another asked, "Has Trump switched sides? Or is this part of the plan?" Now, most of QAnon still supports Trump. But this was the first time many of them seemed unsure, unsettled, even suspicious. And that's not a small thing. This is a movement that has stuck by Trump through 2 impeachments, dozens of indictments, and years of chaos. Now, they're asking questions. Why does this matter? Because the Epstein story is one of the few conspiracies that crossed political lines. It didn't just live in far-right corners of the internet. People on the left, the center, and the apolitical believed it too. Everyone suspected there was more to the Epstein story than we were being told. And Trump benefited from that. In 2016, he famously said, "I've seen things you wouldn't believe. I could name names, but I won't." That line became legendary. He fed the idea that he knew secrets, that he was going to expose the powerful, and he gained political momentum from it. But now, he's pulling back, trying to rewrite the story. And people are noticing. Let's go back in time for a moment. Trump and Epstein weren't strangers. There are photos of them at multiple events. Epstein was a member of Mar-a-Lago. They socialized in the same circles in the 90s and early 2000s. Trump has always said he kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. But when asked for details, things get fuzzy. Even in legal filings, some of Epstein's accusers say Trump was at the same events. There are no criminal allegations that stuck to Trump directly, but the connection is undeniable. And now, when Trump says the island was just a resort, people are asking, why say that now? Is he trying to protect himself? Or someone else? This all comes at a sensitive time for Trump. He's the leading GOP candidate for 2026. He's facing multiple trials. He's under pressure from independents and suburban voters. And now, parts of his own base are confused. QAnon, for years, was his digital army. Online foot soldiers, meme makers, conspiracy spreaders. But now, for the first time, they're unsure. And that uncertainty is dangerous, for Trump. These are the people who drove turnout, who fought his battles on social media, who believe he was fighting a deep, hidden war. And if they lose faith, that's a serious problem. So what's really going on here? Maybe Trump is distancing himself from Epstein because he knows more legal documents are coming. Maybe he wants to create a narrative that it's all fake, just in case something surfaces. Or maybe he's trying to confuse the public, muddy the waters, and make it harder for anyone to trust what they hear next. It's a classic Trump tactic: say something wild, then deny it, then double down. Keep everyone off balance. But this time, it might backfire. Because for many of his followers, especially those deep in conspiracy culture, Epstein was the line. The core belief. The one thing they were sure of. And now Trump is casting doubt on it. That's not just confusing. It's threatening to the whole structure of belief they've built. So now we're left with a question: is Trump trying to protect himself, or is something else going on? Either way, the damage is done. There's doubt where there wasn't before. And doubt, for someone like Trump, is dangerous. Is the Epstein story finally catching up to Donald Trump? And is this the one scandal that even his biggest believers can't ignore? Time will tell. But one thing's clear: even Trump's most loyal followers are asking questions. And that's a story worth paying attention to. This is True State Report. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.